Shoot, I'm sorry, guys. Something happened there with my camera cut out on my phone. I must have hit a button here. I'm sorry. Anyway, I'm going to pick up on the grid. So I guess today's will be a two-part, unless I can figure out how to splice this video together. 40 career WAR or higher for the Brewers. I'm going to go Dave Parker. Yes. 40 plus career WAR for the Kansas City Royals. Obvious answers are George Brett, probably Carlos Beltran, probably Johnny Damon. Trying to think of pitchers here. Saberhagen probably had one. David Cohn for sure. You know what? I'm going to go with Willie Wilson. Willie Wilson, perennial all-star for the Royals back in the 80s. Yes, okay. So, a player that played third base for the Atlanta Braves for a minimum of one game. Well, listen, I mean, we go over the whole history of the Atlanta Braves, probably pretty easy to identify third baseman, right? Terry Pendleton and Chipper Jones and Austin Riley, right? So we got to go for some rarity here. Rack your brain, Ben, rack your brain. I got it. Wes Helms. Wes Helms, yes, okay. A player that played third base for the Milwaukee Brewers for a minimum of one game, same kind of deal there, right? Who's an obscure guy? I'm going to come back to the Brewers. Played third base for a minimum of one game for the Kansas City Royals. Now, in this one, I have a built-in player in my mind that I use for the Royals when it comes to questions like this, and that is former Red Sox utility player Donnie Sadler. All right, so we got to go back to this Brewers third base minimum one game. I got it. Former Montreal Expo, Sean Barry. I just remember a baseball card of him with the Brewers. Got it. And look at that. We got a single-digit rarity score. We got a 9, so our knowledge is elite. Awesome. Okay, so now that we are done with the Immaculate Grid, what do I want to talk about? What do you want to talk about? Yeah. All right, I got into it a little bit yesterday, but then I veered off topic. Sure, we'll talk about the NBA playoffs, absolutely. Got the conference finals here, as we kind of mentioned yesterday. There's going to be a new champion this year. Quite possibly a first-time champion with the Timberwolves and the Mavericks out west. I don't think the Pacers have ever won a championship, at least not in my lifetime. You know, Reggie Miller with the choke sign and stuff like that. And then the Celtics, who have won either the most or second most championships in NBA history, but not anything since the late 2000s. So, here's the thing, right? We take a look at these playoffs, and what we've seen is the superstars in this league, LeBron James, Anthony Davis, eliminated in the first round. Went out kind of quietly, right? Joel Embiid and the Sixers, the same thing. Giannis and Dame Lillard. I don't even think Giannis played in the playoffs because of injury. So, just now, in this past round, right, we saw the top two vote getters in MVP, Jokic, the three-time winner, and SGA out in OKC, eliminated, right? So, and SGA probably would fit more into the latter category of where I'm going to this, but we've got an opportunity here to elevate some new superstars, right? LeBron James feels like he's going to play forever, but, you know, that torch has to get passed, right? We saw generational talent this year in Victor Wembanyama, who maybe ended up becoming the face of the league, but this is the time right now where we see some players that are great players, that are all-star players, that are superstar players really get put into the national spotlight. We've seen it all playoffs long with Anthony Edwards, who's getting Michael Jordan comparisons, 22 years old. Anthony Edwards has a real chance to take the torch and be the face of this league with, if the Timberwolves, advance to the finals, hey, if they win the championship. Before I circle back to the Mavs, I'm going to go into the Eastern Conference, right? I think that for the Pacers, a guy like Tyrese Halliburton, right, is more getting put on the map to the casual NBA fan who really only watches deep into the playoffs. But on the other side of that, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, these guys been with the Celtics forever. Have a finals appearance. Can't seem to win the big one. I don't know what a championship does. Does a championship make Jason Tatum the face of the league? I'm going to tell you right now, and you heard it here, write it down. Doesn't matter. The Celtics aren't winning the championship. I've never met the guy, so I hate to talk bad about him, but I believe Jason Tatum is a fake superstar. I think he's a soft superstar. For a guy that is open about his admiration and his idol being Kobe Bryant, I've never seen a superstar with such little killer instinct when it's all on the line. So here's what I want to circle back to. This Western Conference Series is going to be great, right? It is, okay? Anthony Edwards, Karl Anthony Towns, these guys are going to be put on, but I want to look at the other side, right? The Dallas Mavericks and Luka Doncic, right? The guy is a living, breathing triple-double. I know that a lot of traditional NBA fans, they don't really care much for the European style of basketball when it comes to guard play, right? There's not a lot of athleticism there like you see on the other side with Anthony Edwards, right? Slashing to the basket and this the high flying stuff and the aggressive style of highlight reel play. But hopefully this gives a chance for a lot of casual NBA fans who are aware of Luka to really watch him and watch his game, because it is he is Picasso out there, and that basketball court is his canvas, and that ball is his paintbrush. The precision in which he passes the ball, the court vision, the sometimes, for lack of a better word, ugly shots that he takes, but the way that he takes it, his balance, his situational awareness, right? It's not the most technically fundamental shot that you've seen, but it goes in. He's able to get that shot off around defenders that are bigger and more athletic than him, and I just hope that the casual NBA fan, even the hardcore NBA fan that recognizes how good Luka is, but has kind of dismissed his game, right? Has kind of stopped watching it as intently as they did early in his career because they feel like they have this idea of what he is. Let me tell you something. Luka Doncic, since he came into this league, has been a star, has been a superstar, but his game has evolved. What I've seen this season, and especially this year in the playoffs, is a player that is almost unguardable. He has so many different facets to his game offensively, so much in his bag, that if you try to shut one part down, the other parts are going to come out and dominate. So that's what I have to say today. We went a little long because of the video cutout. I am going to try to keep it to 10 minutes or under. So thanks for watching. Hey, a single-digit rarity score on the Immaculate Grid. We're killing it here lately. Thanks for watching 10 with Ben. Like, subscribe, share it to your friends. Let's build something here, guys. Let's build something together. It'd mean a lot to me, and gals. Have a great rest of your day. Thanks for watching Tim with Ben.